Good evening once again. We are back and we are going to tend to the graveyard. If we can find the graveyard keeper game, which we almost couldn't, but it's fine. It was still on the list of expected doings. We shall see. Now it's been 2 weeks now, because of course last week we had to sack it off because it just got frustrating. This week I've tried to focus more on the game and less on the statistics to the side. Now granted, there is an argument to be said that the statistics on the side have been fine this time, so I've been able to block them from my view, but yeah, last week was not a good internet week, but it seems maybe, just maybe, although I've said this 1,001 times before, maybe I've actually managed to tweak a setting that has fixed the problem. I laugh because that's distinctly not true. It is wishful thinking beyond comparison. Every time there's a problem, I look into these problems, I try and find the solutions, and lo and behold, it then starts working, and you think to yourself, oh, okay, maybe I have stumbled upon a solution. And lo and behold, give it a couple of weeks, it'll fuck it up again. Basically, all the solutions just make everything slightly more awkward. And give it a year and everything's going to be sort of upside down and dangling out the window or something ridiculous. Not quite that, I imagine. But it does feel sometimes like it's like, oh, fine, I'll try this as a solution, but it's going to make life awkward. Fine, we'll increase the awkwardness by trying this as a solution. Ugh. But anyway, so the crucial thing is there wasn't any graveyard keeper last week, which means I have no fucking clue what we were doing, because I am thick and therefore cannot remember what we were up to. So I've got the Witcher's Eye available to use now. The source for the merchant. Yeah, okay, I remember that. That was annoying me last week as well, wasn't it? Because I was desperately trying to make his source, and it turned out his source was over here somewhere. Can't remember exactly where his source was, but panna cotta. No, it wasn't a panna cotta, was it? Maybe it was in the oven, or maybe it was not here at all. No, okay. Am I going to get really annoyed really early doors based on the fact that I can't find his sodding source? Oh, it was on the church workbench. Okay, that's fine. So let's try and find, because one of the things I did was I messed up the bloody messed up the thing with Snake. That's not where I wanted that. Oh dear, a little bit of a stutter there. Not great news. Do I have carrots in the carrot box? That's going to be one of the key primary things we look at now. We'll grab that ingot and pop it away. But yeah, one of the crucial details I think is going to be getting more bodies. Okay, we've got more bodies available. Do we actually have a body in the morgue? Do we? Oh, yes, we do. Excellent. Right, we can get some blood from this body, which is gonna be. It's gonna be a slow, painful procedure to try and build up this blood situation again. But still, that's what you get when you fuck it up. Okay. I'm going to hand it out to the audience once again. Brain, heart, or intestines? Which do you think this man sinned with? Do you think he sinned with his brain? He had dirty thoughts. Do you think he sinned with his heart? He had fornications with his best friend's wife. There was another word in my brain, but it couldn't quite get there. I don't know where it was, but it couldn't get out. Or do we think he sinned with his intestines? Do we think he shat himself and the smell just made everybody around him go, "Good God, man! That's a sin against humanity." You think he sinned with his intestines? Let us see if you are correct. You sort of were. Not helped as much as I was hoping it would, so fuck it. We're going to just take his flesh and burn him. But technically you were correct, because it removed the red skulls. But it didn't actually help as much as I thought it was going to. We got confused as to how it functioned. I thought it turned... I was thinking it turned red skulls into white skulls. It does not. It just removes white skulls. I really need to get on the sort of morgue table and start sticking them with morgue juice. I don't think traditionally it's called morgue juice, is it? Yes. Okay, so we've got a fuck ton of salt. We need seed oil. Seed oil. Seed oil. I wonder if I can figure out how to get seed oil. There's a part of me hoping that it is as simplistic as it perhaps sounds. And that is I can get seed. That means I can get oil from seeds. But there's also a part of me thinking, when are these things ever that simple? We'll put the flesh in the kitchen, because we shall turn it into burgers. The Red Skull. Someone called Captain America. I understand. I got that reference. And then did a secondary reference, because I made a funny. Have you seen Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, out of interest? Hearing Captain America. I don't know if it would matter what seeds, but let's just grab... Yeah, hemp seeds won't make too much difference, but we'll grab those. Ah, that's a shame. There's a very good Captain America moment. Or Captain America reference moment, I suppose. I won't go into any further details. But I must admit, I did enjoy that film. Oh, it was a very good film. Oh, cocky bum-bums. Well, at least now I know I need hemp seeds. Okay, so we can probably deal with getting hemp seeds at some point. But that's good to understand that I need hemp seeds as the way to get seed oil. Now, do I have... No, I don't think I've got hemp. Hemp, yes. Hemp seeds, no. I don't think so, no. So let's go deal with the body in the morgue, the body in the morgue, the body in the morgue. Do you have to do that every time? Yes. I'm afraid it's an obligatory reaction. I need to put the body in the morgue, the body in the morgue, the body in the morgue. Or I suppose the old... I need to count 1, 2, 3, 4. I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. I was going to say taking the meat is never a good idea, but we'll take the fat and see how many skulls he's got. I really do need to sort of start working on, as I say, I need to start working on my mixtures to be able to pump them full of the good shit. But for now, I'm just going to keep burning them. Fuck them. I don't think fuck them is the... that's necrophilia, sir. That is necrophilia. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I shouldn't be encouraging necrophilia, I don't think. But outside... Oh, I remember. We did actually fix up the fence to the... to our... What's it situation, didn't we? Right, so those seeds can actually go back in there. Because those seeds are unimportant to us. But we do want, ideally, take 1 carrot, take 9 more carrots, and you have 10 carrots. That's carrot seeds. No, we definitely need 1 more hemp seed. No, that's onions. Ah, that's hemp down here, I believe. I might be mistaken, but I think that's hemp. Yes, that is hemp. So I've now got hemp seeds enough to do what I needed there. Good. Let's go get some seedy oil. Because that's probably going to be the most awkward thing to get. I think getting my hands on a couple of eggs shouldn't prove difficult. Although getting the seed oil in my inventory might prove troublesome after all. Do I not have the fat on me? No, of course I don't have the fat on me. What can I get rid of? Intestines. We can try and find a place for intestines somewhere. Possibly the organ shelf. Nope. The organ shelf is full. That organ shelf is full. Do we have a spare organ shelf somewhere? Yes, yes we do. This is coming along nicely as a thudder. A very thudder organ shelf. Right. So let's go deal with the carrots. If I can deposit the carrots, I can get rid of another space in my inventory. Although I am going to end up picking up meat and fat as I move, but we'll then deposit the fat in the fat room. Don't think it's called the fat room, is it? No, it's traditionally it's not called the fat room, but for now, owing to the sheer volume of fat within said room, it is now going to be known as the fat room. Fat in the fat room. Fat for the fat gods. Blubber for the thin gods, so that they can become fat gods as well. We're just after fat gods. Everybody wants fat gods. Everybody do the fat god, yeah. Right, I kind of want to deposit the hemp seeds back in the garden situation. We can probably deal with the ingot situation. Superb. I suppose we can probably deal with that situation. Cropper waste. And go inside of there. That's a very good one. I like that. Fat for the fat god. Lard for the lard throne. That's fantastic. That's absolutely brilliant. I suppose let's do a run of peat and maggots, I suppose. Get another batch of peat and maggots on the go. Why Pete has so many maggots, I do not know. He just seems to collect them. I suppose probably maybe fit Pete in there. Just about. Not incredibly good, but just about there. What are these? Oh, pumpkins, aren't they? Yes, because I'm trying to get a gold star pumpkin. There's so many. There's a lot of pans in the fire. Gonna have a little tiny cheeky sleep, and then we'll deal with Sunday, because we need to keep up our religious fanaticism, zealotry, I suppose, arguably. That was something I did in. That was quite fun as a barbarian. Being a zealot barbarian was quite entertaining in D&D. We're back to D&D, I'm afraid. Whether you wanted to be or not, we're back to D&D. But yeah, zealot barbarian was quite fun. I think he was zealot to a god of death, and basically wanted to die, so threw himself into combat at all times, and disliked the healer because the healer kept reviving him, and all he really wanted was death because he lost his entire family. I don't make happy characters. Tell a lie, I did make one happy character, I suppose, because I basically ripped off Green Arrow. I made the Hooded Viper, and he was a lord. On a sort of daily basis, he was just a lord. And I do remember the first session when we introduced the characters to each other. I did just say, rather than actually revealing the class initially, I specified he is lord. He's a lord. He's lord class. He's classed as a lord. He is simply lord class, which for anybody not in the know, there is no such thing as a lord class. But I tried to make the reveal, and it's slightly unfair because I wanted it to be a surprise to the DM as well, which is not necessarily what you're supposed to do when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons. You're supposed to sort of work with the DM to so that they know everything and stuff. But what can I say? I am a person who likes to surprise others, and thus I very much sort of wanted to surprise the old DM as well. So the first encounter, I basically ended up having my character run away, and it was like, oh, what? You're just running away? Yeah, I'm a lord, obviously. And then I had the Hooded Viper come crashing in through a window the next turn, and that was absolutely beautiful. But there you go. It reminds me of a D&D story where someone played a character whose first name was Lord. He was the party thief. Was he a good lord? I don't know. I'm trying to make a joke there, but I'm assuming there's a joke coming. Is there a joke coming? If there's not a joke coming, I'm going to be disappointed. So no pressure. If there's not a joke in this, you're going to have to think of a joke now. Otherwise, I'm going to be disappointed. But it feels like the setup of a joke, especially the fact that you said D&D story. It does feel like you've sort of started along the path of a gag. Right, so he's got plenty of stuff to keep him going. I need eggs. Do I happen to have any eggs in the kitchen? I'm not convinced, but I'm willing to be proven wrong. Dough. I have 2 eggs in the kitchen. What am I gonna do? I got 2 eggs in the kitchen. That's what I'm gonna do. Does remind me of one D&D joke, though, of course, which was the old a party not understanding a word. So they sort of went. the DM goes, right, you enter a clearing, and off in the distance is a gazebo, and they didn't know what a gazebo was, so they basically ended up sort of going, okay, what's the gazebo doing? It's just standing there. I try to intimidate the gazebo. The gazebo is unmoved by your intimidation attempts. I try to attack the gazebo. You've taken a chip out of the gazebo. It's just like, it's not a monster. It's an actual fucking gazebo. I suppose that's not a funny joke if you don't know what a gazebo is, I suppose. It's a large wooden structure that tends to have a roof upon it, I believe. Both of those, please. Finish the offer. Excelente. Right, so if we're dealing with a merchant, we can't really do much until Merchant's Day. So the next day is Man's Day. Could you not push me, please, sir? Could you not push me? Right, what else can we do here? So Man's Day is... Oh, that's not Man's Day, that's Woman's Day, sorry. Miss Charm, but we haven't got the necklace back yet, so never mind. Moneylender, no. Marquis, I've got to inform him about a fret. Okay, I can probably do that. In fact, Master Alaric and the Marquis, both in the same location. That's going to work out quite nicely for me, I think. I do need to put the eggs back in the kitchen, though. I'll tell you what, let's use that final teleportation scroll, because it's just going to get in the way. It's very much going to get in my path. And try and put my chicken egg back in here. The naming didn't have anything to do with the story. The tale was that he killed a gobbler, then while no one was looking, he put a makeshift crown on it and declared that he'd killed Chieftain in single combat. Nice. Oh yeah, the tale, yeah. I must admit, reading it out loud, it didn't actually note that it was wrong there. Put the salt away. I can't put all the salt away. Can we put salt away here? I can put some of the salt away here, but I can't put all the salt away here. I guess we're going to have to put salt outside, perhaps. If we do a little salt circle outside, we might be able to prevent the demons. Let's take the Witcher's Eye with me for now, but what we will do is pop to the refugee camp, where hopefully it's night time in it, so I might not be able to find the Marquis. You'd think I'd be able to spot a giant tent in the middle of nowhere, but nope, I can't see. Unfortunately, I can't see any of the marquees. I have gone completely marquee blind. I think, however, this is Alaric, isn't it? So, when I close my eyes, I see my brothers. Oh, how I miss them despite everything. About that Lady Beatrice. You must know something about Inquisitor Beatrice. She paid me a visit. Oh, Beatrice, the council entrusted our affair to Beatrice. Oh, it seems they're even crazier than I imagined. What do you mean? What do you know about her? Ever since she appeared several years ago, strange things have been happening. She's had a tremendous career, gathered hundreds of supporters, even including councillors. How strange. She's ambitious, smart, and quite beautiful. Not my type, but, you know, I would. It's just I've got a woman waiting for me if I ever get out of here. Our influence over the Council Inquisition has grown too strong. There's a secret behind this, I'm sure of it. Corruption, bribery, informal arrangements. No doubt. But that's just common stuff. There's something else at work here. Oh, what else? I do what I must, but every day this burden grows heavier. I can't really afford to give you any blood, mate. I'm saving up. Which is one of the wilder things I think I've ever been able to say. Apart from maybe, as mentioned earlier, the phrase, the file name corpse assortment. Which is definitely one of the wilder things I've had on a memory stick. Lots of honey, but bugger all of anything else. We need bees. Bees, please. Bees upon my knees. Oh, that reminds me of something else I spotted the other day. Apparently, Mr. Rowan Atkinson has a brand new special out on Netflix, which basically means I'm not going to be watching it. But that is the Beehive. I think maybe, or am I fiddling with the tree? I don't know. I think it's the Beehive. It's the Beehive. Excellent. Because I got a bee this time. Excellent. But yeah, he's got a new sort of special out on Netflix, which is Man vs. Bee. I think it's actually a full-fledged series, maybe. Might be wrong on that account. But, I'm not sure if it was like a one-off special or an actual series. But yeah, it's Man vs. Bee, and apparently it's a CGB. He's having to face off against a CGB. I think it was suggested that inevitably some people will liken it to Mr. Bean, of course, because it's him. He can only do so many different things with his body when doing sort of slapstick humoury bits, I suppose. But yeah, there's something for anybody who watches Netflix. You can look out for Man vs. Bee, and he will be in your dreams at night. I really don't think it took me this long. Maybe it's because I just gave up and bought a fuck ton of bees. But I don't remember it taking this long to get the beehives operational last time I played this game. But for some reason, either I'm just not getting bees as readily as I did the first time I played the game, or, as I say, maybe I just went, fuck it, I'm buying the bees. I don't care enough about sort of naturally harvesting bees. I will throw money at the problem. It is the solution to all things. If in doubt, throw money at the problem, yeah. It's not the best advice, but it's pretty darn good. Right, so that's going to be... Oh no, I think this is going to rock into Merchant's Day, because I think we've just had Women's Day. I'd like to point out, I only technically call it Women's Day because it's the sign for female. I could call it Femmes Day, I suppose. Actually, that works a little bit, because it does sound like a day. What are you doing this Femmes Day? But still. Going to head off to bed now, that's fair enough. It has just gone midnight, so I don't necessarily blame you there. But, yes, enjoy your Beddingtons. Don't know why it has to be Beddingtons, but enjoy it nonetheless. And, yes, I suspect I probably won't get that much done in graveyard keeping, because it's that sort of game where you just don't really get very far. You just kind of try and hopefully do your best. Well, I've got Silver Star Pumpkins, but I don't think Silver Star Pumpkins was good enough. Cropham Varston. I do now, however, have a couple of Gold Star Pumpkin seeds, but I don't think I've got enough Gold Star... Oh, I do have a Gold Star Pumpkin. We might actually make some progress. Stranger Things is a program that exists as well. But it's, stranger things have happened at sea, and that is distinctly true if you play Sea of Thieves. Often very strange things happen in Sea of Thieves. You can't always explain the things that happen in Sea of Thieves. But you do try. I don't think I can walk to the witch's place, so I think it's just gonna be a very slow mooch. I think what we'll do is probably do 10-15 minutes more, maybe, and then pop her away, because as specified it is past midnight for starters, and for seconds we did do an extra bit of Dragon Quest Builders, so it will be a shorter graveyard keeper. Diddle dee dee dee. We shall see. Have I got the correct... I think I've got the correct... Enchant a pumpkin. There you go. Excellent. Clotho, could you enchant a pumpkin? In particular, can you turn it into an impressive and luxurious carriage? Oh, my boy, your experience in affairs with art is touching. Just listen to an old lady's advice. Do you really think that you can impress a modern young woman with a carriage? Hold on, Clotho, it's not for me, and we're not trying to impress any. Oh, my boy, modern women want things far more refined than carriages. What an awful time we live in. There's no moral decency. Modern women require love, care, maintenance, fidelity. Can you imagine it? It's awful, the fall of civilization, but I'm still asking you to do it. Only 50 silver? Obviously, I should have started with that question. I think I've got 50 silver. Here's your money. Oh, no, I now have my magic pumpkin. Excellent. What? Could you... well, we'll deal with the body in the morgue, the body in the morgue, the body in the boom boom morgue. But what was it I was actually supposed to be doing with a magic pumpkin? I no longer know. I'll have to look it up in the character profiles, but first things first. Oh, yes. We shall deal with this body in the morgue. Get rid of the blood and the fat, and then I think this is going to be quite a good body. Yes, I think this one's going in the graveyard. We're going to ignore the 2 red skulls. We're not going to try and remove those, I don't think, because it's risky, and you can easily counteract a couple of red skulls. It's really not that troublesome to do so, I don't think. But I suppose I'm lazy again. Simply and wholly very lazy. I'll stick some fences if I've got them, but 6 to the grave, 2 to the grave. So we'll use the big fancy gravestone, because that will allow for 6 points extra. Right, now we've got to find out, we've got to figure out what we wanted to do with this fancy pumpkin. Trying to find out what the Gypsy Baron knows. Okay, so we should probably go to see the Gypsy Baron in the not too distant future. Witch's Ash. Oh, yes, okay. Well, that's going to be a specific day, so that's fine. Is it Merchant's Day yet? No. Next day is Merchant's Day. Working on the blood for Snake. Miss Charm's support. That's probably going to only happen when we deal with the necklace. Create a magic pumpkin and send it via the contraband box, so it's the donkey. That's the weird donkey. I thought I want some magic pumpkin. Send the magic pumpkin. Excellent. So we've solved another donkey problem, which means he'll probably come out and get me a new one, perhaps. So, area to the right of the waterfall. I think this is the way to the waterfall. I think we want to stick low at the moment. Or low at the moment. It said right. Left and right is not my strongest point, but we want right of the waterfall, which I believe is here. Well, I haven't said that. Do I actually have to use... I don't think you use the Witcher's Eye, do you? Only works when it wants to work. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe it is the above area. Or maybe I've got my left and right wrong way around, but I'm fairly certain. Fairly certain I've got my left and right the right way round this time. But maybe it's the upper part of the waterfall, so we want to go round. I'm not too sure. Oh, fuck, I forgot there was bats here. Oh, well, hopefully we can just sort of bypass. Ah, here we go. Looks like just the place. They were here, the young astrologer and the fourth keeper. The eye is trembling. Why am I thinking about unicorns? Oh, you don't know. Oh, fucking bat. Fine. Clearly, this is a situation I need to deal with, Mr. Bat. That's the one. And this, I think, unlocks a lot of stuff you can do with the Witcher's Eye. They were playing dice right here. Keeper was cheating, and astrologer lost his shirt, then his pants, and his underwear. Oh, I don't know if I want to see that. Oh, yeah! Show me my visions. Then Keeper tried to catch a moth. I could see myself doing that, but he caught a huge hornet. Uh-oh. Oh dear. You don't want to be catching hornets. Whoa! They lit a fire and fried a fish. I've never heard of poisonous fish around here. No, I've not seen a poisonous fish around here. But then again, I've not eaten much fish in this game. In fairness, I've not eaten that much in this game at all. Only, I suppose, arguably shitloads of simple goods. Then Keeper made a cocktail, mixing 4 types of alcohol in one flight. Oh my god. And then I think we've got a special one down there, have we? Whoa! Ah, received the note the day after Donkey arrives. Okay. There's Keeper and Astrologer daring each other to drink their hellish cocktail. Follow the path. Find out the tale. And see what happens here. Here they're singing serenades and embracing each other. Well, that suggests they drunk it. It suggests they both drunk it, and that's why they're quite so happy, I suppose. Were they fornicating under the... Oh no, that's where our astrologer vomited twice. Oh, I didn't need to see that. I didn't need to see or think about the astrologers throwing up all the time. Oh, then Keeper knocked the flask over, then fell over himself. And wait, what's this next bit? Oh dear, what happened to the astrologer? Maybe our astrologer's not the real astrologer. I think he is, but... There, 4 vampires attacked them right here. Some sort of magic turned them into jawbones. And bingo, one of those jaws is still here in the ground. So I want to take my shovel and shovel it out. That's the ticket. It looks like that's it, but I can't stop thinking about naked raven-haired women riding unicorns. It's a witcher's eye. There's a distinct, a lot more reference than I thought it was. I think the witch Clotho could disenchant this jawbone for me. Unfortunately, I can't pick up the bloody jawbone. A little bit fat. Not gonna miss a bit of fat. If only it was that easy in real life. I think. If you could just destroy fat in moments, that would be a much more delightful scenario in life, wouldn't it? I don't want this fat anymore. Destroy it. This fat has annoyed me. Get rid of it. It is destroyed now. Excellent. What I'm doing here is just popping my doodah away, as it were. Also, I don't need that sand, but I'm not sure where I was keeping sand. Hopefully, no, okay. But we can deal with that, I suppose. Apparently we can't deal with that enough. Also, the well is in the way. Well, this well is in the way. Fuck it, we'll put the sand there, put those there. It gets very disorganised, this system. It's because you have to go to each individual chest, and I kind of want the items gone immediately. I apologise for the flashing there. I hadn't intended to flash quite so readily. It just... I pushed it once, and then accidentally pushed it a second time, and then managed to do that again and again. It's quite frustrating. Is this... so no, I think we have to wait for the note. But is there a body in the morgue? No. Okay, that's fine. Right, so I don't think we can get it enchanted, so I think we'll just go to bed. But we'll try and do two last tasks. We'll deal with the merchant, considering it is Merchant's Day. I think that's a reasonable idea. So what we want to do is, ideally, if I don't fuck it up, which I almost always do. Okay, there is now a body in the morgue, so probably best to deal with the body in the morgue. So let's go deal with the body in the morgue right now. Also, I suppose it wasn't the body in the morgue, it was the note. Okay, so the revolutionary note 3. Lands to donkeys, factories also to donkeys. 1. The donkeys have traded in the battered gear of the donkey for pink ribbons in their manes. Now they're not just acting like morons, they're also looking like morons. 2. When the carriage turned to a pumpkin, the raw vet lost his shoe. That shoe was found by a young and wealthy widow. Today they were married and planned to live happily ever after. In spite of that, you passed the 3rd stage of earning the approval of the Eco-Pop DB. At last we are ready for the revolution. But first, we need cans of white and black paint. We'll dye our hair with them. Everyone will think we are zebras and no one will realize we are donkeys. Plus, our rat allies have asked you to make some jelly of incredible power for them. It will make them big and strong, skilled in martial arts, and fond of turtles. It's a TMNT reference. And finally, we require a banner. A revolution not without a banner is like a graveyard keeper without a beard. Let's cross our toes. I only hope that Donkey will leave me alone after the revolution, though I definitely won't refuse a share of the goods stolen by revolutionaries. Right, so I need 5 jelly of incredible powers, and a load of other stuff that disappeared before I could read it properly. Oh yeah, I've run out of space, haven't I? Big balls. Biggie balls. Right, let's try and... So were we depositing the revolutionary notes in here? Yes. And the keeper's key, and other bits as well. Oh, I suppose just put them anywhere, I guess. Anywhere that's spare, essentially, is where we want to put those. Right, to the merchant, methinks, because that's one of the more key and crucial elements we want to do right now. So, Mr. Merchant, hello. Oh, I need a sin shard. Oh, Billy Bollocks. Big Billy Bollocks is here in your face. Big Billy Bollocks is all over the place. Why is Big Billy Bollocks all over the place? I do not know. But Big Billy Bollocks is here, and he is here to stay. I'm slightly confused as to where I'm trying to go. Over here. To the morgue. I do apologise. As specified, quite late. But let's get to the morgue in time. Oh yes. We need a sin shard, a sinful sin shard. We only really need one, and now hopefully I can teleport to the dead horse and then back out here and deal with these people getting in my way. Offer a taste of the sauce. In the market for something, keeper? Not exactly, but I think you'll like what I'm offering to you. You want to sell something to me? How interesting. Again, not exactly. I want to suggest you'd be interested in trying a sauce that makes any dish taste even more delicious. Is it called Worcestershire? Although having said that, it wouldn't make a dessert more delicious, but it makes a lot of things more delicious. Tabasco as well, but again, not for dessert. Oh, very suspicious. Tell me, what's the catch? No catch. I'm just trying to talk to the person who knows most about food. That's why I'm talking to you. Indeed, you've come to the right person. Well, if you've got nothing in return, give me the sauce. I'll try for some bread. Oh, bread sauce. Oh, he enjoyed that. Oh, he shat out a gluttony charged shard. Oh, it's magnificent. What amazing sauce. Subtle notes of tart rye and a deep earthy taste. Will you let me keep it? Of course, I made it specially for you. If I found myself in a more favourable financial situation, I'd gladly share a small amount of money with you, so thank you very much. In fairness, probably just Sweet Home is the best way. I'm trying to get to Clotho. And unfortunately, there's no teleporting straight to Clotho, which is... It feels like a weird oversight to just go, no, you can't teleport to the witch's house. You can teleport almost anywhere else. Although you can't... I don't think you can teleport to the church either. If they do a Graveyard Keeper 2, which I do sort of hope they do, although they are still working on Graveyard Keeper 1 in fairness, because the Soul thing that I'm working on now has only just come out about a couple of months back, I think. And now I've got the Witcher's Eye, I can do any of these. There's all sorts of weird and wonderful little bits. A whole squad of soldiers was here, 33 guys in black and orange uniforms, and the Inquisitor is with them. He gives an inspiring speech and sends them to capture Clotho. The Inquisitor will reach for an hour, killing mosquitoes and flies with a huge gilded book. The Inquisitor departs accompanied by 33 black and orange clad frogs. I think that means Clotho got her own vengeance. Although it's oh no, it does dissipate. I was going to say. I'm fairly certain you only view them once per doings. But there you go. I don't think they really sort of have any worth or merit. They're just amusements. Clotho, however, Joe, I'd like you to turn it into a vampire. Oh, I certainly spit here, open your mouth. Stop, I meant this other Joe. It's an enchanted vampire, and you disenchant it. Oh, that's even easier. Let me see. Interesting. Its aura is so bright. I'm afraid I can't dispel such powerful magic, my boy. I'm sorry. Oh, I was really counting on you. Are you sure there's nothing we can do? Well, of course. You could always try one thing, a memory tincture. Great, I'd be really grateful. I don't know. I must warn you, one of your predecessors, the third keeper, used memory tincture several times. He told me it's unstable, unreliable, and has several side effects. I hope it'll work. It's worth trying. By the way, you'll need some memory powder for preparing the tincture. Here's a pinch. If you need any more, you're welcome to it. It's 20 years past its expiration date. Oh, one more thing. If you meet that lovely woman who purchased the recipe for Emotion of Death, please remind her that she has forgot to take her change. Okay, thanks you, Clotho. I think that's just a gag. I don't think that was anything specific I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, so there's the memory tincture recipe, which means we can now use that. So let's go back to Sweet Home. I'm assuming we want to... Oh, cans of white and cans of black. That's fine. I thought it was crates, and I was thinking, blimey, I don't think I can actually do crates. Bring in the charged sin shards of wrath and gluttony. Oh, okay, interesting. Do I... Oh, if I deposited the Wrath one somewhere. I don't know where it was. But yeah, I've got Gluttony. Oh, I think it's the Inquisitor was Wrath, wasn't it? Which I think is the Show Him the Witch's Ash. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That should work reasonably well. Let's go a little bit of a bonus action because it happens to be there. Let's at least find out what I need for the rest of the Tincture of Memory. Because at least then I can comprehend what we've got and what I need and don't need. Is it going to be a basic one or a triple one? Can we do 2 black paints? Yes, we can. I've gotten distracted doing alternate tasks, but never mind. And 2 white paints. I think this is what he means by cans of white paint, but I might be wrong. Heal potion, growth enhancer. No. Oh, well, I can't carry the white paint. Excellent. That's what we like to know. Memory tincture. Excellent. We can just build it. Marvellous. I can't pick it up, of course. For fuck's sake. Blargington. Tons of blarg. I don't... God damn it. I suppose let's destroy the wooden planks. And that will allow me to get the memory tincture and then spray it in my face. Now spray it in the bull's Jesus. Hui! Don't like it. My eyes. It's worse than shepherd's garlic. Nothing. Oh, Cloth will warn me. Let's try one more time. Damn tincture. Do I actually have to build it one more time? Yes. I think that's why she gives you free memory powders. Because you do have to build it 3 times. But I'm not going to guarantee that. Whoops, come in. I'm in real trouble on the control today. Don't know why. Nothing again. Balls. As specified, I think it's why you get given free. It's just unfortunate. Well, it's actually very fortunate that I have the other ingredients and more than one of each of the other ingredients. Spray. Nothing again. Wait, what the hell is happening? Oh my. Something crazy. Oh. You're late. Do you require another lesson in respect, you miserable worms? Oh, it's not our fault, mistress. The town is much less friendly to vampires these days. Oh, the Order of Undead Hunters patrols the night streets with beds to catch birds. Yes. It's a blessing we managed to make it here at all. You're useless nobodies. Your endless silly excuses, that's all I ever get from you. Have you wrung anything more from that priest? Oh, we've tried everything, mistress, but our luck is incredibly resistant. Open, holter, kangader, thuster, nothing mucks. Then use bloodthirst, you mindless fools. You mean we should turn him? It's an awful sin, and it will be done, mistress. Ooh. The mistress of the damned. Oh my eyes, it's like I've been staring at the sun for all hour. But I've learned something new. I must learn more about that woman. They mentioned the Order of Undead Hunters, so maybe Shepherd knows about her. And of course, Alaric might remember something. Hey, whoop, went a little bit off the rails there. Hey, I've got my white paint and I've got my black paint, so let's go deliver these to the donkey. Again, assuming I've got the correct thing, but still. Always assume you've got the correct thing. We might be able to, we'll check on whether the carrots are available as well. Because obviously we do still need lots and lots of bodies. We do have a body in the morgue, a body in the morgue, a body in the boom boom morgue. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to figure out how to build those, but we've done one. That will suffice for now. What I want to do is just pop for carrots. Then I'll deal with the body in the morgue, and then probably have a little sleepy, and then go away and have a little sleepy in real life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's not worth. You can only deposit 10 at a time, I think, so it's not worth having more than 10 carrots. Otherwise, you're just taking on inventory space. I think for a little while I did sort of maintain carrots on my person at all times, but it's just simply not worth it. Because at points you can sort of just stop bothering with. This looks like it's going to be another good body for the graveyard. In fact, it's going to be a very good body for the graveyard because it's going to be only 1 extra red skull. That's 2 very good bodies for the graveyard in a row. which has been quite useful. We should theoretically maybe have a hole ready. Oh, there we go, over in the corner there. Because I was going to say we were tidying up the graveyard quite readily. We've got a fence. Yeah, we'll put the fence. We'll put a fence in, but obviously this is not necessarily the world's greatest of fences. We'll need to do a bit of a... What level does the bishop want it at? 200, so yeah. It's quite possible if I maximised every gravestone that I've got access to, it is quite possible that I'd be able to actually go and get that sorted out up to the 200. But until I can do his statues and the church as well, it's not really necessary to sort of try and rush through that. As we can see, I'm slowly but surely building up decent corpses in the graveyard, and once you've got decent corpses, the moment you start laying out the particularly fanciful bits and bobs, grave fences and gravestones, etc., etc., it does become fairly easy to get the level you're after. And I haven't even started on the other side of that graveyard. I've ended up sort of doing the one, biasing the one side, but there's a whole other side there, which is quite nice. Right, well, I'm 99% certain I am pretty much all by myself, so I don't think it's worthwhile doing a raid. I will probably be back next Wednesday. I can't imagine doing anything in between times. I'll potentially be popping up on other channels doing Sea of Thieves if actually Blue Bush is away, so there wouldn't be that on Friday. But you never know. There may be some impromptu stream where we do Sea of Thieves. I don't know. But anyway, Wednesday's the next guaranteed one, 4:30 in the afternoon Wednesday. So I will say cheerio.